using Google Image Advanced Search Techniques. Google Images is a very powerful tool that allows us to surf the internet for millions of images and use them for many different applications. However, just searching a simple phrase can yield millions of results, which takes a long time to search through. By applying certain filters, we can get high-resolution images in a very specific nature quite easily. Let's start by searching the word volcano. As I search it in, I get a bunch of results back and a couple of different categories across the top. I could be looking for eruptions, clip art, diagrams, lava, or inside of the volcano, etc. For my application right now, I actually want to find a picture of a volcano for my desktop wallpaper. Since I have a high definition monitor, I want to look for an image that has a high resolution, preferably over 1900 by 1600. As I look at the images now, I can't tell what the resolution is until I actually mouse over them. As I mouse over them, you'll see that a size pops up in the bottom left hand corner of the picture, telling me what size it is. You can see here that a lot of these resolutions are pretty low. Not only that, but it takes a long time to actually look over and mouse over each individual drawing to see the size. If we apply some of the Google search tools, we can alleviate some of this tediousness. First thing I want to do is go up and click Search Tools. This will give me a drop-down menu that gives me different options to search by. If I press More Tools and press Show Sizes, each of the images' size now comes up in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, showing me exactly the size of that image, which cuts down searching time, as now I know the images that are over the size that I'm looking at specifically. However, we can narrow our search fields even a little bit further. By using these filters here, we could really get down to some images that are more specific to what we're looking for. If I go to my size and click on size, the drop-down menu gives me a couple different options. It gives me some large and medium categories, which I don't really know what size is, what these sizes, these ranges are. An icon menu, larger than or exactly. Well, I don't know exactly the size I want, but I know I want it to be large. So if I say 2 megapixels, 16 by 1200, it's going to give me everything over this size. While this size is smaller than I'm looking for, it's a good starting point. If I click it, you'll immediately notice that the sizes that are kicking back are all in the thousands. In fact, the majority of them are well over the size that I'm looking for. If I scroll down, I still see a bunch of different results of which I can sort through. Moving back to the top, we can look to apply another filter. Now let's say perhaps instead of a colored image, you want just a black and white photo to go on your desktop. Well, if we move to the top under color, we'll see a bunch of different options we can select. If we select black and white, it will kick back black and white volcano results of a variety of different images. Now sometimes you get some images that aren't exactly what you're looking for because of the broadness of the word, but you could always refine the search more by entering a volcano eruption or something specific, or change back to another filter, shooting various colors, and the color filters will kick you back results that have, for the most part, blues or whatever color you actually select from the drop-down box. Transparent's a cool effect, and what this will do is will give you a picture without a background. So if you were to place this image into a PowerPoint presentation or another document where you didn't want a white background to show through and you wanted the background of your document to show behind your image, this is the filter you would look for. I'm going to go back to any color, and under time, let's say you knew a volcano erupted recently and you wanted to see if there were any images of that. Under time, you could sort by a variety of time frames, as well as custom ranges you can enter. The last one we're going to look at is the usage rights. When this filter is turned on, only images that are approved for use and reuse without being infringed on copyright can be sorted through. This filter will greatly reduce your search results, but ensure that you are not going to go to jail in the process of using the image. As I'm looking through, I can still see some great pictures with some high resolution, and in this case, this is where I want to make my selection from. We see here 1920 by 10, that's a great picture, just not quite in my resolution. And we'll scroll back up to the top and select this picture. 3072 by 2048. I can tell that it is labeled for reuse, and I am able to use it without infringing on any copyrights. So I'm free to click on the image, view the image, and ultimately save it to my computer. Using these features will allow you to cut down your search time in Google Images, as well as produce high quality pictures of exactly what you're looking for.